before we get into this, because I know there's probably going to be some people in the comment section that think I'm crazy or whatever, but I don't think I am. Here's why. So, with the way that the New York Jets pulled out a win against a good team in the Cincinnati Bengals today, it actually really showed some things to me. It really did. Because I feel like the Jets, I think it's kind of a general consensus at this point that, yes, they are probably going to be a team that has a lot of things to take care of in the future. Currently sitting at 2-5 in third place in the AFC East. There's a lot of things that this team probably needs to do before they're in any major playoff or any kind of contention. We get that. But let's take a little bit of away from the Cincinnati Bengals game between the Jets and the Bengals here. Let's take something a bit away from it. This quarterback situation in New York is kind of interesting. Like, can we admit that? Like, when you draft a guy like Zach Wilson with the second overall pick out of BYU, you expect him to be the starter for the foreseeable future. It's definitely going to be a guy that comes out and obviously is going to be a guy that is going to be your starting quarterback for at least for a while. But then you get a couple performances, solid performances. Oh, okay, maybe I don't know about solid, but like interesting performances by a guy like Mike White. Now, if you guys don't know about Mike White, he was a former fifth-round pick in the 2018 NFL Draft by the Dallas Cowboys, 6'4", 218. And, I really am just kind of, out of Western Kentucky, by the way. I'm intrigued. I am intrigued by the play of Mike White, especially how he played against the Bengals. Now, again, I get it. Zach Wilson's probably going to be your starting quarterback for at least the foreseeable future. I believe he's out for, couple weeks now. And this gives Mike White a little bit, and is that not like the best, most cliche, but best name ever? Like, that's great. Like, Zach Wilson, again, going to be a starter for a while, out for a couple weeks, has completed 104 out of 181 attempts for 1,168 yards, 4 touchdowns and 9 interceptions. Mike White, on the other hand, has completed 57 of 77 passes for 607 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions. I get it. He is a backup quarterback, and, he's going to be that guy for a while. But really, because what I saw from White against the Bengals was a quarterback that was confident, that made the plays when he had to. Now, it didn't exactly throw a ton of balls way downfield, but okay. He was able to pick apart the Bengals, completing probably roughly a third of his passes or more to Michael Carter, which, when you're a running back like Michael Carter is leading the team in receptions, that certainly says something. The rookie out of North Carolina is balling out, by the way. But also at the end of the day, a win's a win, especially in the NFL. And by the way, Carter has not only 279 rushing yards on the year, but also 226 receiving yards. So, yeah, he's definitely getting it done. Also has 3 touchdowns on the year. And, again, I get it. It wasn't exactly a downfield Dak Prescott-esque type 400-yard season. And by the way, I'm watching the Vikings and Cowboys game right now. Yes, I'm nervous. But at the end of the day, what I saw from Mike White, yes, a couple of interceptions that were off target. Not 100. I mean, I think the first one that was a little bit outstretched. I mean, that was tough. I get it. At the end of the day, tip balls are part of it in the NFL, and it's tough for quarterbacks to put it exactly on placement. So I kind of do put that one on Mike White. But the second one, I don't know. I think it was a screen pass that he threw the pick to, so I was kind of hesitant there as well. But overall, Mike White, I'm never going to. The only thing that does is just remind me of Dwight off of The Office when he has the concussion, I think, or whatever. Anyway, overall on the day, though, Mike White finished 37 of 45 for 405 yards and 3 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Michael Carter, 15 carries for 77 yards and a touchdown. Ty Johnson, by the way, 4 carries, 15 yards, also 4 carries for 15 yards. Also had that really great play, receiving touchdown, 5 catches, 71 yards, and a teddy for him on the day. Jamison Crowder also played well today, 8 catches, 84 yards. Michael Carter, 9 catches, 95 yards, and like we said, completed a ton of passes to him. But again, a win's a win, and I know the Jets are going to be a team that are going to be at least rebuilding for the next couple of years, but Robert Saleh has this team kind of going in a positive direction. He definitely has them going in a positive direction. And it's not like the Jets don't have weapons. Their offensive line is, between Mekhi Becton and Elijah Vera Tucker and the rest of them. I mean, it's coming together. You're finding some great things out of these guys, and they got weapons. Michael Carter's playing at a high level. You got Ty Johnson in the backfield as well. Jamison Crowder, who came over from the Titans, is I think he's going to be have a really good rest of his career. It should be at least in with the Jets. And again, I get at the end of the day the Jets have a long way to go, but This is definitely very interesting. Excuse me, not Jamison Crowder. He was with the Jets last year, not with the Titans. I'm thinking of who am I thinking of? I can't remember who it was. Anyway, point is this: you have a lot of weapons in New York. You have Denzel Mims, who caught 2 passes for 30 yards. You got Elijah Moore, who caught 6 for 67. And I'm excited to see where this goes. I really think that the Jets, they've got some weapons. They've got some players that can make plays. And I think it will take a couple years. Again, I understand that. But when you have a young quarterback, or now 2, which makes this really interesting, you find a guy that honestly is one of the people that can bring your team together. And if you find that guy, things can get fun, and Mike White is doing that right now. He's absolutely doing that, and I'm honestly very, very impressed by him. I think it was Corey Davis coming over from the Titans. I thought he was. I'm sorry, I had a brain fart there. No, it was Corey Davis who I was thinking about earlier. But sorry. Anyway, but no, back to what I was saying about the quarterbacks there in New York. Mike White is making some plays right now, and I get that Zach Wilson will get his chance as being a former number 2 overall pick. But if Mike White continues to make plays, I mean, you stick with the hot hand, and I think that's what Robert Saleh and company are going to do, especially at the NFL level. It's about winning. Even though I really like what I've seen from Zach Wilson thus far, I think it's really interesting. Like we said, this quarterback situation is interesting in New York. But let us know what you guys think. Make sure you guys like and subscribe down below. Leave a like and a comment. It helps people find the show, and we greatly appreciate all the support that we've gotten and continue to get. You guys are all truthfully awesome, and we love every single one of you. Check out our website at thesportsbreedpodcast.com. Also, in the description down below, you'll find all of our social media platforms, so give us a like and a follow there. We'd greatly appreciate it. Also, please give us a sub and listen on iTunes, which we would greatly appreciate. And finally, if you have anything you'd like us to cover, make sure you send us an email to thesportsvp@yahoo.com or put it in the comment section down below, and we'd be glad to cover it. But let us know what you guys think about the New York Jets quarterback situation being a little interesting.